culture. My city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, 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 oh. Give it my city, my city. My city, my city. Where do you go when your heart's with a fever? Won't you scroll, but you won't leave her? Oh, here we are, all the freaks and believers, all the sweet neon dreamers. Oh, my city. My city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, 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 oh. Give it up. My city, my city. My city, my city. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, my city, my city. Give it up for my city, running wild and looking pretty, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, my city, my city. Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, 'cause you're desperate? Oh.
What's the story, NXT fans? Tonight's topics in the rest story include
Killian Dain puts NXT on notice,
Apollo Crews returns to NXT.
and NXT UK Women's Championship match has been set.
All that and more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after SmackDown, every Wednesday after NXT, and after every pay-per-view. So tonight we're going to talk about NXT and NXT UK.
Yeah. So, I have it. Are we going to start with NXT or NXT
Yeah,
UK?
let's just do NXT UK to start
Because
with.
that's the way I wrote it down, because we watched the early show today.
Hello, James.
What's up? We watched the early show.
Or should I say Becky's number one fan?
Yeah, or Becky's number one fan, whatever.
Yeah.
He goes by both. But I watched the early show today for NXT UK, and so then we were up,
Yes.
sooner. So that was fun. So NXT UK started with Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner versus Tyson T-Bone and Saxon Huxley in a tag team match. I thought it was a decent tag team match. Aichner and Barthel got very little reaction. And I think it was because they didn't have Walter or Wolf with them. Because, when they're all together, they get a reaction.
Yeah.
And they, didn't today.
Well, it seems like, I don't know, WWE fans have been kind of dead lately.
Well, this is all still, filmed from the, the whatever
Yeah.
that's called. The whatever show.
Yeah.
From, several weeks ago. And it's the same fans.
Well,
and they
that's
were,
what I'm
more active during the other parts of the show.
Well, it could be, they're just tired of watching, 14 hours of wrestling.
I don't know, man. But they just didn't really get a reaction for Barthel and Aichner like they have been recently. So, I don't know. That was something I noticed. Barthel and Aichner end up getting the win. Did not shock me at all. I figured that's the way it was going to go. Then we have Xia Brookside versus Jinny. Another really good match. Xia Brookside is one of NXT UK's better female wrestlers, and they use her a lot, and I think that's good because she's kind of becoming big.
I hope Toni was there, just like, yeah.
Becky.
She was there.
James. Anyways,
Tony's the Becky of NXT UK.
Yeah, for James. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, good match. Jinny ends up getting the win in roll up after Jazzy Gabert kind of interferes in the match. She grabs Xia Brookside and then she kind of like doesn't pay attention and distracts her, and then Jinny gets the roll up and gets the 1, 2, 3. I think their rivalry will come to a close sometime in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't know. There isn't much to it.
No.
And so it's kind of going to have to end.
I would think so.
So. Then we have James, your favorite. Toni Storm comes out and she speaks about Kaylee Ray. She yells at Kaylee Ray. That's what she does. She yells about her, I know you have a championship opportunity. I know. You're taking advantage of this, and you are attacking anyone and everybody who is around me. That's not cool, dude. Not cool at all. And then Kaylee Ray comes out and says, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I want that championship match tonight. And she starts to walk to the ring, and then she's like, up, up, up. No, I don't. I lied. And then she says, but I will tell you that championship match will go down at Takeover Cardiff. Now I have to watch Takeover Cardiff, guys. It's the same day as All Out. This is kind of a problem.
Good. Another pay-per-view, couple pay-per-views that are like overlapping.
This is a problem, guys. It's a big problem because AEW has their pay-per-view the same day. And now I have to watch Takeover Cardiff.
Yeah.
To see the good matches.
Yeah.
Curse you, AEW. Curses you. So then Kaylee Ray says, till then, I will be making your life, Toni, a living hell. So get ready, because it's going to be fun. And so we're left with that. And then we go to the back, and we have one of the general manager dudes. The not old one. And I don't remember what his name is. And he announces that next week we will get a first ever on NXT UK 6-woman tag match. Kaylee Ray, Jazzy Gabert, and Jinny versus Toni Storm, Piper Niven, and Xia Brookside. I'm so shocked they've never had a 6-woman tag match.
Well, they just had to get involved with the 6-person tag match, apparently.
They just had to.
Yeah.
And then we also get told that next week we are going to see Kenny Williams versus Noam Dar and Trent Seven versus Walter. I'm excited for that match too. That'll be a good one.
Yes.
So
I
it
agree.
should be fun. So then we get to the main event of NXT UK, and it is
OhNo!
Kassius OhNo versus Mark Andrews. They always say it Kassius, like
Yeah.
Cass something.
Yes.
It like in their Britishness. I'm like, bro, his name is Kassius OhNo. You say it like Kassius.
Because they sound out the letters, not like
I know, but his name is Kassius OhNo. And he's like done that to everybody. He's like, my name is not Kassius OhNo. It's Kassius.
Yeah, but it's because our country is messed up.
I don't know, man.
We throw in syllables that aren't there.
But they say it weird, and I'm like, bro, it's Kassius.
Or we say it weird.
I don't know.
Because look at it. Is there an H in there anywhere?
No.
So how do you get a sh?
Well, the way when I
Kassius.
first started watching it, and I didn't know what his name was, I was like, Kassius OhNo?
Yeah, Kassius
Like,
because
people said it weirdly. But then, like, it's Kassius.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. So, Kassius OhNo versus Mark Andrews.
Hi, Export.
Yo, what's up? So,
Yes.
Toni versus Kaylee Ray happening at Cardiff. I know. Now I have to watch Takeover Cardiff. And the issue I have here is that the AEW pay-per-view is literally the same day.
Literally.
And so like, I have problems now. Because I can't watch both. And, like, if I don't watch it that day, I'm probably going to see stuff on the internet.
Yep.
I'm going to see stuff on Twitter.
I'm sure you will.
While I'm watching the AEW pay-per-view. Both are going to be so good. This is the issue, guys. Why did WWE have to do this? It was WWE's fault because AEW had that booked.
Yeah.
And then they announced it after AEW had announced their pay-per-view, and then everybody was like, seriously?
Yep.
You dummies. Man, can't watch both. But maybe I'll try.
Yeah. It's not at the same time.
I could watch them at the same time.
Yeah, problem is you'll get confused when you're doing your recap and, like, mix up matches.
Yeah, I could. I don't know. It'd be difficult. But no. Mark Andrews versus Kassius Ohno. I thought this was a pretty good match. I like
Yes.
Mark Andrews a lot.
And you will be shocked at the outcome.
Guess who won? Not Kassius Ohno.
I think he's won one match in the last 75 he's been in. Maybe.
I'm watching Toni Storm.
We figured you'd be watching NXT UK, James.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. So
Since you have your shrine for Toni, starting to, build it up.
build that up. Mark Andrews gets the win. Good match. The show ended 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
Again.
Kind of like all of them have been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
recently. So that wasn't cool. Now, we get to the good stuff, guys. We get to NXT. Because, bro, I'm noticing this right now. Our title, it says 7/16/19. It's 7/17/19.
Well, that's pretty dumb.
Yeah, that's not right.
Someone didn't change that.
That would not be me. That would be you. Okay, moving on. NXT.
There, I fixed it.
This was really good. I thought this was a pretty good show. Like a really good show.
Yeah, it was solid.
Do you agree? Do you agree with me?
Yeah, it was solid.
Um,
I thought you were making a statement. There was no. I thought this was a really good show. Awkward silence.
no. I did think this was a really good show. I liked the way they opened it. I liked the way they closed it. Everything in between was really good. Well, there was one match I really didn't care for. But everything else was good. So, we get the beginning. Matt Riddle versus Arturo Ruas. Probably butchered that. Real sorry. Matt Riddle ends up getting the knockout victory. This guy does not get up, and the ref calls it, and he doesn't pin him or anything, so he got knocked out. He got knocked out by his kick.
They're setting up him knocking out Brock Lesnar.
Oh, they should. They really should. I went to Walmart and got Becky's new action figure to go with my collection. Cool.
I knew it, James. I knew the shrine was coming.
Yeah, that I saw that today too. The Becky's new action figure. We'll have to get that one too because I have the other one.
Yeah.
The one with like her hat and stuff. But I'm gonna need the new one. They need to make one of her like with her the man.
Yeah.
Like cut off. They need to make one.
Yeah.
With that. Rip Riddle.
Rip Riddle. Yep. Rip Riddle.
Pretty much. So he gets a knockout victory. And then he's like, woohoo, yeah guys, na 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 na, bro. And then this like masked dude shows up and I was like, it caught me off guard because I didn't know when they were going to debut Killian Dain. I knew this is what they were going to do with him, but I didn't know when it was happening. So that kind of like, I knew it was coming. So, but I didn't know when. And yeah, Rip Riddle.
Rip Riddle, yes.
And so this masked dude shows up and I was like, and then he kicked him and then he did his like bomb thing where he like did his like running, what is that called? I don't know what you call it, but it's like his thing where like he runs in the air and then he just like jumps and then just like flat out falls on them with his back. I don't know what that's called. Anybody who knows what that is, tell me, because it's kind of awkward having to explain it like that. And so he shows up, he does that thing, and then he takes his mask off, and the crowd is like, boo! Well, first they were like, Killian Dain? What? And then they, like, booed him.
Yeah.
Because, they're beating up Riddle. I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. And then they, like, he just rips him apart. Riddle stands no chance. And they go to the top ramp. And Riddle gets put through the ramp.
Yeah.
Like he did is like, you can't call that a swanton bomb. Because that's not what that is. That's like a thing flying off the top rope. What is that called? Guys. Crazy Johnny is back.
Yes, Crazy Johnny is back.
Like, it's so difficult to explain this. Because I don't know what the thing is called. But he gets like thrown through the ramp. And it was good. And like the ramp just like caved in. And like was like crash boom. Just ripped apart. It was kind of like Braun Strowman and, Bobby Lashley, just, less explosions, and they didn't run through a wall. They went through the floor.
Yeah, less explosions by, you mean, like, no
there were no explosions at all.
It's not like it was like, oh, there was one big explosion, that was it.
No, but that would have been
none.
cool. They went through the floor, and it just went poof.
Yeah.
And smoke comes up through. That would have been cool. Like, added effects, guys. Why not? No. But it was really cool, and I was like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
So then we get a little video. It's Marina Shafir getting out of her car. I think it was Marina Shafir. I thought it was Shayna Baszler at first, but then Mia Yim put up a tweet, and I think she said it was Shafir. And so it was one of them. And she was, like, in her car, and she was getting ready to get out, and Yim attacked her and, like, slammed her in the car door, and she's, like, sticking it to Shayna. Yeah, this is going to be good.
Apollo is back in NXT, so he can have some TV time.
Yeah. I'll kind of expand further on that in just a couple minutes, James. But, yeah. Shane, what's up?
How you doing, Shane?
Fruity Loop.
It's a one-off thing. I wonder if they're not going to do that with some of these guys, is bringing them back to NXT.
Well, Kushida keeps asking for new opponents.
Yeah.
He's going to run out of people in NXT if he's going to keep beating them.
Yeah.
There's going to be no purpose of having them fight each other once again. Didn't see the show, just wanted to say hi.
It wasn't too
That's
bad.
fine. It was actually a pretty good show. NXT was, yeah. I also watched NXT UK, and that was actually a pretty good show, too. But, that's cool. It's cool you didn't see the show. Where was I going? Oh, Kushida. Yeah. He's going to run out of opponents to face in NXT, and so I think they're going to have to pull some of the guys. I'd love to see EC3 come back.
Yeah.
EC3 would be soup's cool.
Well,
that was just weird.
Since it looks like they're done, like, chasing people around buildings.
All right. Sounds
Thanks for
cool,
stopping by, Shane.
Thanks for hopping in the chat to say hi. Sounds good. But yeah, I think they're going to have to because Kushida's going to run out of opponents.
Yeah.
Like, he just is. So, yeah, Marina Shafir and him. She's gunning for Shayna. Shayna's going to have nowhere to hide pretty soon.
I agree.
And it's guys, I don't know. I have this feeling that they're not going to put the title on her, but I also have this, like, really strong feeling.
Hello, Anthony.
What's up? Don't rub it in my face. Hey, guess what? I'm a 2-time prediction champ, too. So, I'm not the current champ, but
I tweet about Ronda, about her.
I did see that.
Rip women's division.
I did see that. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of, I don't want to say inevitable that she's going to come back.
Well, I have a feeling she's going to come back.
But I just have a feeling that she is.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I think she's going to realize that the division is just not very good, and she's going to not like that, and then she's going to be like, well, guess what? We're going to put stuff on hold even longer, and I'm going to go back and help figure this out.
Well, the division's not
to
good.
get the division back on track, and then I can leave again. The division is fine.
The division's not good because of the way they use them.
No, exactly. I think maybe bringing Ronda back, and if Ronda's like, hey, guys, this isn't cool, this was cool when, like, I was here, but then you guys just kind of butchered it, and that's not cool with me. And so, like, I'm going to come back to help, you know, maybe get involved in some things, get people interested again, so you guys can fix this, and then I'm going to skedaddle out of here again, because I've got family stuff I got to do.
Yeah.
Because I think they could do that.
They could.
Just to draw people back in again.
Which would be stupid, because if they're not going to like it when she's not there, what difference does it make?
I don't know, but I just kind of have a feeling they might be headed that direction.
I don't know.
Possibly. Maybe. We'll see. Not really sold on Mia, really. I don't know. I just really don't know at this point who they're going to put the title on next. Because I thought it was going to be Io. Doesn't look to be that way now. Mia Yim would be good. I think if you're going to put the champ on somebody next, I think it should be Bianca. If you're not going to do Io.
I agree.
Yim is fine in my opinion. I think she's fine.
Nobody wants her back. Stay away for the love of God.
I think Yim would be fine.
I
think if we're looking at it, you know, longevity-wise, I think Bianca would be better.
Well, I think one of the issues they have right now is you look at the women's division, like, throughout WWE, there's not a lot of options.
No.
You have a lot of people hurt that are healing.
Which is like, yeah, a lot on the Raw roster. The Raw women's roster right now is hurting because they have so many people out with injuries. The SmackDown roster, women's roster right now is better, looking at it, based on who they have and who's available right now. The SmackDown women's roster is better. They are going to be in a better boat with their women's storylines right now instead of the Raw roster.
I think Bianca should be moved up.
I agree with that too.
'Cause she could help.
The division. She really could. I think next one to be moved up is Shayna, then Bianca.
I would just bring both of them up at the same time because with as many people that are hurt, and I would do it soon.
I would too.
With as many people
maybe
that are hurt,
after SummerSlam, there might be a couple like big move ups like the night after SummerSlam.
It makes sense. I mean, because
it's like, I think that'd be a big deal. Like they're ending things with SummerSlam and they just had their huge pay-per-view. Whatever's happening there is going to happen. And then they have somebody come up and, you know, whoever's your Raw Women's Champion, you know, Bianca or Shayna or whoever comes out and is like, hey, what's up? I'm here to throw down.
Yeah.
Get ready because your life's about to be rocked upside down.
Yep.
So I could totally see them doing that.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely, I think, need to like change some things up, and there's a couple they could bring up to help out.
Shayna should stay in NXT. She's gonna be moved up, whether people want her to be moved up or not. She's the next one to go up. She just is. There's no denying that. There's no getting around that.
Well, I don't think she's great or anything like that.
I don't either, but
I think,
they're gonna bring her up and they're gonna use her like a Ronda Rousey figure. That's what they're gonna do.
I think it depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you want to boost the SmackDown and Raw brands, then I think you have to move both Bianca and Shayna up.
I mean, who else is there? I mean, you have Candice who could be moved up too. You have Io who could be moved up, but they're working together in a storyline right now.
Io I could see going up, but I don't think Candice right now could like go up. And
Candice was going to be moved up months ago, and then they pulled the trigger.
That'd be interesting.
Then they pulled the trigger on that and said, no, we're not moving her. Because she was supposed to move up at the same time Johnny did.
She's not ready.
And when they move Candice up, they're moving Johnny up too. It's inevitable. They're together. No, she hasn't won a title, but I think she could be moved up to the main roster to help in the department of more women in the division.
I agree on one condition. They better not take from Becky or WWE is dead.
James might not be a happy person in the next couple of months.
He might not be.
I won't really be a happy person either.
James's house is going to be on fire.
He's going to light it on fire. He's going to kick his TV in, and then his TV's going to catch on fire, and then his whole house is going to burn down because Becky loses the title. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, looking at this right now, when they move Street Profits up full time, Bianca's coming shortly thereafter, if not soon, because they don't like to split up their marriages for people. And Bianca and Montez Ford are married, so she's getting moved up. She will be moved up in the next couple months.
I think she needs to.
Like, if you just look at it, she will be. Because they're not going to keep their couples separated.
Well, like I said, she could help the division out right now.
So, I see them moving her up soon. And then the same thing, whenever they choose to move Johnny up, I have another feeling they will move. I have another feeling that they will end up moving Candace up too, just to keep them together on the road.
They might, but Candace isn't ready to go up.
Well, I don't know when they're going to move Johnny up because I feel like the NXT division needs Johnny too.
They're not going to give, I don't think she can get the crowd pop that.
Well, we haven't seen much of her on NXT.
No.
That's the issue. So, I mean, we really can't say anything about anybody because, well, at least you can't. I've seen more Candace than you have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just kind of, if they use her more. I think after they move some of those big names up, if they move Shayna and Bianca up, they're going to start pushing
the demotion.
Then, if they move Bianca and Shayna up, then they are going to push Mia. They are going to push Candice. They are going to continue pushing Io. And then maybe Casey. Maybe Casey Catanzaro. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't either. But they're going to have to come up with some people to fill the spots of Bianca and Shayna when they move up.
Yeah.
They just are.
I agree.
So, I mean, we'll have to see.
Then we have, next match is Dexter Lumis versus Bronson Reed.
And this was a part of the tournament.
Yeah.
This is the final match. Guys, this was my least favorite match from this first round of the tournament.
It was okay.
Like, there was really nothing to this. The crowd wasn't really into it all that much. Dexter Lumis got, like, no reaction whatsoever.
I think it's hard to do when you don't know the people.
No, but they do know him in a sense. Because he was on NXT before under a different name.
Okay, and if you change characters, then...
It is the weakest match so far. Like, I mean, out of all four of them, this is my least favorite. This is the one that I was least interested in. And, like I said, the crowd wasn't really into this match like they were the other three.
Yeah. And
so, I think Bronson Reed could have potential. I think they need to figure out his character and figure out what he's doing. I'd rather have Candice to be moved up. Other than that tool, Shayna. I hate her with every fiber of my being. You're funny. But get ready, bub, because they're moving Shayna up. So I guess you're going to hate her with every fiber of your being on Raw. Or SmackDown, but probably Raw.
Yeah.
Just going to assume.
So anyway, Bronson Reed gets the win.
Yeah. I think they need to figure out Bronson Reed's character. They need to give him something. Because I think he could be over. The crowd was kind of into him. But Dexter Lumis, they were like, I don't care. Like, your character, what are you, some creepy dude who comes out with gloves on? What?
Yeah.
Like, what are you even doing? And so, I mean, I didn't like it. I was like, dude, this guy he's, like, got no reaction. Like, what is his character? There isn't one. And so...
I haven't seen that strong style.
Yeah, so... I don't know. It wasn't a super great match.
No. It definitely...
But it wasn't,
it wasn't, like, totally bad, but it wasn't, like, it wasn't...
Knock your socks off, like the other, three were. So then we get told that we're going to get Io Shirai versus Casey Catanzaro next week. I'm thoroughly expecting Candice to come out and get involved in this match. And I am thoroughly expecting Candice to possibly beat down Io. And then I'm thoroughly expecting them to have a match at TakeOver.
Yes, I agree.
It's just the way it is, guys. It's just the way it is. So then we get Kushida versus Apollo Crews. He was on TV 2 days in a row, guys.
He got a loud
he did
pop from
like people
the fans.
liked him.
The one that should be called up is Velveteen Dream.
Dream should be called up too.
There's a couple of the guys I think that could go up and would be good.
I second that motion. Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano. Other people that I
Problem is they have to use them right.
can't think of right now.
And not change their name 14 times.
Yeah, let's not do that, please.
So the Kushida Apollo Crews match I thought was a solid match.
I did too. I thought it was really good.
A lot of back and forth. Pretty interesting with what they did with it. I thought Apollo Crews was going to break out of the...
Let her go to SmackDown. I don't want to see her every Monday night. Thank you very much.
I thought Apollo Crews might win it, but then I realized, they got to give Kushida his push.
Well, Kushida's winning until he gets
up on the main roster
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I don't see them giving him a loss anytime soon. Who's going to be the next one to come down to fight Kushida? I'd like to see EC3.
That'd be good.
I think that'd be a good match. EC3 would get squashed by Kushida.
Yeah.
But it would be a good match.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see EC3 wrestle.
Yes.
He'd get a big pop.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who else?
I would say that's probably the big one right now. CC3.
Because I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd be fine with anybody, really.
Yeah.
Because, I think they could get anybody to come down who was formerly in NXT, and they'd get a big pop. And if they're having a match with Kushida, I mean, that's kind of a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Than anything that they'd be doing on the main roster.
I suppose they could pull some people over from 205 Live.
They could.
And do some stuff with
Mike
them.
Kanellis just to get beat again and complain and have his wife complain about how much of
a man he's not.
Not a man.
Yeah.
Wow, if he's still relevant. I think EC3 is still relevant because of the 24/7 title. They haven't used him in that in several weeks because they've been focusing on Drake and Truth. I think what should happen is because they play out the Drake and EC3 friendship, they should have EC3 pin Maverick at one point in time, and then Maverick is like, seriously? Dude, I thought we were friends.
So what are they doing with Maverick?
Okay, I wanted to talk about this, too. Because so if the rumors have been true, guys, has anybody else seen the rumors about Daniel Bryan possibly going down to 205 Live to become the new manager? Because after watching last night, after watching before we started streaming, I was like, that makes perfect sense. This makes so much sense if that's what they're doing. Because Maverick, he was like, Mike Kanellis got all in his face and was like, oh, you're not a real man. If you were a real man, you wouldn't let me walk all over you and talk down to you like I am right now. And then he was like, and then he started mentioning something about his wife, and you wouldn't let me say that your wife is a filthy. And then Maverick just busted him in the face. First off, that microphone went into the side of his face, and it sounded like it might have hurt. Just saying. It did. It also could have just been the loud, pow, that the microphone, hitting his jaw. James.
They have some of the best matches in 205 Live.
James, I gotta disagree with you there, man.
If they would just have storylines with 205 Live, it'd be, I think, really good.
I think this is a pretty good storyline that they got going right here.
Yeah, I agree.
Maverick then beat down Mike Kanellis, and then Mike Kanellis ended up leaving, and he was just here, smiling. I was like, bro, he's the GM of 205 Live. He legally can't hit his superstars because he's the manager, right? Right. He's not a superstar on the roster, so he can't hit him.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He hit him. So next week, we're going to see him, get told, all right, you hit a superstar, you're going to get fined, you're going to get fired because you're not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to hit your superstars. So, I saw that. It was really good. It was a really good match. They've had two, really good matches. Phenomenal. I think Chad Gable on 205 Live, that's the best place for him right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Going off of wrestling-wise and the amazing matches that he's had with Gallagher twice, excellent spot for him.
I agree.
Better than being in a tag team with Robert Roode.
Yes.
That was dumb. I hated them as a tag team, guys. So, makes perfect sense if Maverick is going to get fired because he hit his superstar, and then they're like, okay, well, we got to bring in a new general manager, and that ends up being Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Now, why would they be putting Daniel Bryan in the manager position? You might be asking, well, I don't quite know if he's, like, injured or something, or what. I hope he's not injured, because that'd be pretty horrible for him. I mean, he's been injured a lot.
Yeah.
And he's had injuries that he hasn't, necessarily been able to come back from, but then he came back from them and he was okay. So, I don't know. I hope that wouldn't be the reason that they put him in that position.
Well, that's what I wonder. And I wonder if that's why he had issues last night with, and maybe it was just part of the act with him trying to come out and talk about things last night.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because he was, like, crying, and I was like, what the heck? So.
It's all about my two babies and try to be Tony and Becky. It's their world. We just live in it.
James.
Daniel Bryan might bring some eyes to the brand.
That's what I was thinking.
WWE problem. They haven't done anything to promote them. No, they haven't. They haven't done anything.
That is the problem, is the fact that 205 is really overlooked because people just think that it's like, I feel like people just think that it's just like wrestling. And, oh my gosh, if that happens next week on the reunion show, if one of the legends wins.
That would be hilarious.
Wins the 24/7 championship, but then or Maverick wins it right back. Like whoever. One of the two of them. So then it goes back. But they can say that, like Mick Foley or whatever or something, was like the 24/7 champion once. And then, they win it back and he's like, what the heck, man?
That'd be cool.
Couldn't you let me bask in my glory for just a minute? Like, I would have been the first ever 24/7 champion who was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, that would be genius.
It would be.
It would be so genius. But yeah, I think I said the exact same thing, that Bryan might bring some eyes to 205 Live and make people actually want to watch it because it is super overlooked right now. Because in my eyes, I wasn't super drawn into watching 205
Well,
Live
problem
until just a couple weeks ago when, like, I started to realize that they had, like, super Santino Morella's when it just wait. I saw that he was supposed to be there or whatever. I mean, that'll be cool to see him, but he probably will. That would be hilarious.
I don't, now I've lost my train of thought.
Bryan drawing
205
eyes.
Live.
Hornswoggle. Whoa, Anthony. That is Maverick. It's going to confuse truth.
I want to see the real Hornswoggle come out and win it.
I mean, that would be funny. It would totally confuse truth.
Yeah.
Like, have them both standing in the ring,
Yeah.
and he's going to be like, wait a minute. He's Hornswoggle. No, wait, he's Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
No, wait, I'm confused. I don't know who Hornswoggle is. That would be funny.
The whole 205 Live brand, I think one of the issues they have is like you said, they don't promote it. There's nothing out there. Nobody knows about it. It's on after SmackDown.
Which is, I feel like that's another problem. Is that after watching SmackDown, I don't necessarily know if people are going to really want to watch. And you have to go to a different channel. You have to go to the network, and it comes. I don't know. I feel like that's part of the problem, is having it in that time frame, because I feel like people aren't going to be super interested in watching it because they just finished watching SmackDown. And so, I get it. I understand why people don't want to watch it, and I wasn't watching it until just a couple weeks ago when I started to realize that they had, like, really good matches.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's just they got to put it out there some more. Do it before SmackDown starts. I think that might be a good time frame, too.
That might help.
Like the 6 to 7 o'clock hour, and then you have SmackDown start at 7, from 7 to 8. I mean, there's 3 hours of wrestling right there. I think that'd be fine.
Well, why couldn't they do it, see if they could get a deal where they could do 3 hours, and, I don't know, are they extending SmackDown to 3 hours anyway?
I don't know.
If they're not...
I've seen stuff where they've said that when they move to Fox, they're going to extend it to 3 hours.
Well, that's what I've seen, too.
3 hours to compete with Raw.
But if you're not, move it down to Full Sail.
That'd be another good thing.
Yeah.
Because Full Sail, I mean, it's a smaller crowd. It's a smaller venue. But generally get a lot of pop when
I agree.
they're down in Full
I
Sail.
agree.
And it might just be because it sounds louder because, you know,
Yeah.
it is a smaller crowd. But
the crowd's more into it, too.
they are
definitely
more into it. So, you know, I think that would be another good option for 205 Live.
I want Stone Cold to introduce the cover of WTK next Monday to Becky in the ring at the same time. Now that's must see. Yeah, with Lacey on the cover. That'd be cool. Presented to Becky with Lacey on the cover.
Also, it's been said that Sasha's name has been taken off of the events for Raw of next week, the 22nd.
Interesting.
Like, she was listed as being there,
Yeah.
and now she's not. So maybe they're going to wait until SummerSlam and have her attack Natalya and then win the title.
Who knows? I hope not.
Get pop, just
so then we have
saying.
Keith Lee interview. He challenges Damian Priest.
And their match is next week.
They will have a match next week.
I kind of hope Keith Lee squashes him.
Yeah, me too.
They're probably going to have Damian Priest win, though, because they're saying that he's all that in a bag of chips, but I don't really see it.
Yeah.
I just don't, guys. I just don't.
Then we have Adam Cole versus... I don't know, who was that guy?
Lover. Twan Tucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I was like, who? I typed out what I thought it was, and then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's the guy.
So I thought this was a good segment.
I did, too. I actually really liked this segment. So
Where Twan comes out, and Adam's like, oh, I'm by myself, so you're okay. You can come on. And Twan's like...
sorry, bub. I brought backup.
I brought someone with me.
Yeah, I thought it was
And then
good.
Johnny Gargano comes running out.
Yeah, so, you know, Adam talks about BB Championship Tour. I was like, bro, that was a waste of your time.
Yeah.
Like, what even was that? Like, that disgusted me. No, it didn't. I mean, it did. I was kind of like, well, why aren't you on TV? Like, I'd rather see that than, you know, some of the stuff we saw. But then he says, you know, I'm ready to put my championship on the line. Anywhere, any place, anytime. And I'm going to do it against this guy. And then he plays the video that he showed, like, not last week. It was several weeks ago after Johnny had won the championship. And it was Johnny and Twan Tucker. And it was at his, like, wrestling school or whatever that he used to go to in, Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just, you know, didn't want to sound stupid there. Ohio. Okay. If I'm wrong, wasn't my fault. He said it was. Anyways, continuing on. And they played the video, and I was like, so is it going to be Johnny? Who's he fighting? But then it showed the other guy, and I was like, okay. So wait, what? Who are you giving a championship opportunity to?
Twan Tucker.
And then he tells them to come on down, and then Twan Tucker comes out, and, you know, it's like, oh, it's just going to be you and me. And he was like, yeah, totally. I'll let you try and slap the taste out of my mouth.
I knew you were straight out there, you jinx Betsy.
I said that Sasha's probably going to win the title at SummerSlam. It's
Gonna happen. No,
See?
it's not. Don't worry about it.
Whatever.
She's not winning the title at SummerSlam.
Well, neither is Natalya. So,
We'll see.
whatever. Argue with me some more. And then when I'm right, and I've been right for months, I'm going to laugh in your face. Just like I laughed in your face. Okay, I didn't actually laugh in your face when Lacey and Corbin got beat after you had been running your mouth about it for weeks on end. And then they won. And I was like, told you. Should have just listened to me in the first place.
Yep.
And maybe you would have had an extra point.
Might have.
And you didn't.
Yep.
Jeez. Fool. So anyways, then he's, you know, I was like, well, guess what? It's just going to be you and me. Whatever. I didn't come alone. And then Johnny's music hits. The crowd goes nuts. Johnny runs into the ring and attacks Cole. They go all over the stadium. And then they get to, like, the top of the ramp or whatever. And, like, Adam Cole is, like, down here. And Johnny's, like, up here. And he, like, walks away. But then he's like, whoa, splat. And, like, fell on Adam. I thought it was so funny. Just the way he was like, ah. And then just, like, oh, it was funny. And then they go back to the ring. And Johnny puts Cole into the Gargano escape, and he won't let go.
Yes.
And that's kind of what we're left with.
Overall, good segment.
I thought it was a really good segment. And
Yeah.
then afterwards, it was announced, well, after the show went off the air, it was announced that we are getting the NXT champion, Adam Cole, versus Johnny Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match. But the fancy thing about this is that for each fall, one person gets to pick the stipulation for each fall of the match.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And
Announces Johnny versus Cole in 3 stages of heel. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm guys, not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited.
Hopefully it'll be a good match. I don't like 2 out of 3, but hey, whatever.
Their last match not the last match they had. The first match they had was a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah, I'm not like
where Johnny
2 out of
beat
3.
Cole.
Yeah.
Second match was not. But that was a heck of a match, man. I said that their last match that they had. That's what I thought it was supposed to be. 3 stages of heel. Whatever. You know, you got a short heel, higher heel, and, you know, the highest heel. It's fine. No, but I said the last match they had was like, that has the potential to be in the running for match of the year. Because that was a heck of a matchup. Had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. I was like, come on, Adam, you gotta win the championship. Like, let's go. And then he did, and I was like, what? I'm cool, baby. I was like so excited. So like, their last match was really good. I mean, both matches they've had have been really good, but the last one was like extremely good. And so they got a lot to live up to. So,
They do.
So it should be exciting.
Should be a good match.
I'm also, like I said, expecting Niven versus Shayna to be announced for the card. Well, now it would probably look like Killian Dain versus Matt Riddle announced for the card, right? You'd think.
That's probably what's going to happen.
North American Championship, we haven't seen anything with that in several weeks.
No.
But I'm expecting it to be Roderick Strong, based on kind of what we've seen.
Yeah.
Tag Championships. You know what's really funny? They said that we were supposed to see some stuff from the Tag Champs tonight, and we didn't.
Yeah.
They said that we were supposed to see what was next for the swaggiest people in the game tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't.
I didn't either. I thought we were supposed to, but we didn't. Because they were supposed to, like, respond. Maybe that's for next week.
It might be. I don't know.
I don't know, but they put it on the wrong thing then. But they're supposed to respond to Undisputed Era, who I'm thoroughly expecting to be their opponents for TakeOver.
Yeah, I agree.
Candice versus Io is probably going to be a TakeOver match.
Yes.
Am I missing anything?
That shit in the Johnny Cole feud. I agree.
It should end the Johnny Cole.
Do you remember
feud.
Santana Garrett?
No.
No.
I don't. I've heard the name. Sounds familiar.
I remember Tito Santana.
Santana Garrett sounds familiar. But I don't. Oh. Whoa. I guess, yeah, sort of. I know what she looks like. Yeah. Because I just looked it up. Because otherwise I wouldn't have remembered it. But, yeah. No. I don't remember. I feel like she was in one of the Mae Young Classics.
Yeah, she might have been. They show the Street Profits? No, they did not.
Which is kind of a little, like, what?
Yeah.
Bye?
We were kind of shocked they didn't show him because I figured they were going to do something with him tonight. But
Me too, but they didn't. Yeah, I think this is going to be a more match card. They generally have 5 matches, but I just have a feeling with everything they have set up here, I mean, that would be the North American Championship match, Roddy versus what's-his-face, NXT Championship, women's match, tag championships, Matt Riddle versus Killian Dain. Yo, Scott.
How you doing, Scott?
Io versus Candice. Did I say any more?
I think that was it.
That'd be 6 matches.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Now, Anthony, you said this should be the end of the Johnny and Cole feud. I agree. I think they're going to have to move on. Now, I don't know. There's a lot of ways they could do it, obviously. But the way, I don't know. Would they keep the championship on Adam? Or would they give it to Johnny and then move Adam up? But I also had the thought, if all the Undisputed Era members have championship matches, then they're all going to win.
See.
Were you confused by that statement?
Were you?
A little bit. Oh, top. Got it. I feel like it could. I'd have to go back and watch the other one. But I feel like it could.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the card could, I don't know, card could be really good.
Well, you got a lot of big name wrestlers right now that are like over. I don't know.
I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Depends on the matches that they had in the NXT Toronto one. Because right now, off the top of my head, I can't remember what they did. Like, I just can't. I'm sorry, guys.
She's facing Tessa on Wild Women of Wrestling for the title Saturday night.
Cool. Fun. Oh, Revival versus DIY. Yeah.
I don't know.
The Revival was really good in NXT, guys.
Yeah, but
like, I don't know. I don't know if it'll
Street
top
Profits versus
Undisputed Era.
Era. I think that's
like right there. I feel like that's tough. That is a tough one because I feel like Revival versus DIY. I mean, that's Johnny and Ciampa.
Yeah.
So like, and then of course the Revival. Revival was like really big in NXT and like really good. Undisputed Era versus Street Profits. That is tough. Are annoying. I actually like their segments.
I love their segments too.
I think they're funny. Like if you need guys to like hype up your other wrestlers and you can't have them wrestle right now because they're still champs, I feel like they are the guys to do it.
Yeah.
Because they do it really well. Like, I don't know. I think they do.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I think the one thing they're doing with them is they're getting them out there and people are seeing them.
Yeah.
So,
That's
Angela Dawkins.
that's a crush on Nikki. I know. Are they gonna end up doing a mixed match challenge with them? Mixed tag match?
That's
Angela
funny.
Dawkins and Nikki Cross versus, I don't know, Rollins. That'd be funny. That would be funny if they did mixed tag match with the two of them paired up together. I would laugh. I would die. Like that would be funny.
It would be funny.
That would be hilarious. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. Do you have anything else?
Let me look.
I think we have covered everything. Angela, Nikki versus Montez and Bianca.
Oh, that'd be good.
That'd be good.
That would be real good. I would yeah. Bro, book that. Can we book that? Book it. Stamp of approval. I will rather see them in the ring than just promoting Raw. I agree with you, but right now there isn't a lot they can do with them because they're the NXT Tag Champs, and I feel like as soon as they drop those belts, they're pushing them for the Raw Tag titles. Not a doubt in my mind.
I agree.
They're going to help them. They're going to have them help rebuild the tag division because I have a feeling that's just what they're going to do. And so I think that would be best for them.
Yeah.
As soon as they drop the titles, like maybe the Monday Night Raw after whoever the champs are versus Street Profits. Well, that'd be the...
On Raw and 205 Live are two different characters.
I mean, they kind of are.
Yeah, they definitely are.
It's weird.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on this earlier, Scott. We talked about 205 Live last night and, with the whole Drake Maverick situation and the rumors of Brian possibly becoming the new manager of 205 Live to help kind of bring more attention to it. After what we saw last night, I could totally see them doing that. Now, Mike totally has a different character on Raw and SmackDown. Like on Raw, he's like this loser dude who's like, oh my gosh, I have no idea. I have no idea if they're doing Mixed Match Challenge this year. I'd love to see it. We got new tag teams that we can throw together. I mean, we got Becky and Seth, Andrade and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got Andrade and Selena too, but I'd rather see... I've seen rumors everywhere saying that Brian might become the new general manager of...
I've actually seen a couple of rumors, and I don't normally see things like that, but I've seen a couple of rumors.
I've seen a couple
I don't remember
rumors.
where I saw them.
I
saw them on Twitter, but I don't remember what I saw them on.
But I've seen that Brian might possibly become the new general manager of 205 Live.
Yeah.
And with what we saw last night, Drake Maverick is still... I don't know if he's injured. Like, that's the thing. Is like, I hope he's not injured, because that would be horrible. But if he was injured and they're trying to write him out of storylines the best way they know how, while he deals with this, I don't know, maybe 205 Live general manager isn't a bad place for him. Like I said, it'd draw eyes. But based off of what we saw last night, like, Maverick got all mad and then attacked Mike Kanellis, and, like, you know, he's the general manager, so he can't legally put hands on his talent that he's supposed to be general managing.
Yeah.
And so he's going to, like, get fined or get fired or something, and then they're going to have to find a new manager.
They've set up the storyline.
A general manager for 205 Live.
Yeah, they've set up a storyline there where it could happen.
And then bringing Daniel Bryan in, it makes total sense. After I watched it, I was like, that could be what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, that's where my mind first goes to is Maverick just put his hands on talent. He's not allowed to do that because he's not actually a superstar on...
He won't make the announcements of the SmackDown Live after. That makes sense.
Summer Scam. I love the fact that that's what we call it.
I know.
Summer Scam. That's hilarious. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I 100% see them going in that direction.
Yeah.
And I'd be okay with it.
Yep.
I'd totally be okay with it.
Think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll be back Monday.
If nobody else has anything to add.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Back Monday with Raw.
Hopefully it's a good Raw.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully we have a good show.
Hopefully it's a good Raw.
Yeah.
Guys, this is so weird because last week we had like a whole weekend
Summerfest.
We had a whole weekend of shows to do, and this week we don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be so weird. Like, literally have nothing from like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we have, Monday again, but it's so weird. It's
Definitely.
the weirdest thing on earth. I like when we have multiple shows to do during the week.
Yes.
I like it so much better. See, watch, now we're going to get people going, oh, watch Impact and review Impact. Well, no.
Yeah. With that, we'll be back Monday. A reminder, we stream Mondays after Raw, Tuesday after SmackDown, Wednesday after NXT, after every pay-per-view, as well as having a prediction show during the week. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button so you know when we go live, and we will be back on Monday. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good afternoon, guys. We will see you Monday. Peace out.